You guys, calm down. I almost had to cancel the stream today because of some stuff. That's why I'm a little bit late, because it took me a little bit longer to get the PowerPoint ready. But yeah, I'm sorry about that. I didn't expect you guys to be so fussy about it. I figured as long as I got everything ready today, it'd be fine. I was working down to the last minute. I probably could have managed my time better, but there's a lot of stuff coming up, especially because the 1-year anniversary is next week. Ah. I'm sorry. I don't like being late though. I really try not to be late. It was just by a few minutes though. And I gave a heads up for it. You don't have to give me such a hard time for it. It's not procrastination, I just have a lot of work to do. Yeah, 1 year old. I actually just posted the schedule for next week because it's like I have a few minutes, why not? And I got it done, so. It's just banter? Yeah, well you don't you gotta watch it, man. You never know what someone's going through. It's a tough day today. 139784 has given 4 carrots a slide over coffee. Thank you. I slept in, so I have plenty of energy. But yeah, typically I need caffeine during the week. Always a little bit late. It's you gotta learn to expect the unexpected, you know? I can't let my time be predictable. We all screw up, don't we? Oh, isn't that the truth, buddy? Right. Reptiles aren't real. Didn't they all go extinct like a couple of 100 years ago or something like that? Like the other day. Well, I did prepare this PowerPoint. Hopefully it's to your guys' liking. I know you have very refined tastes. Very, very high quality, very exquisite, you know, pinky up in the air type shit. That's okay. I totally get it. I kind of learned again while studying for this stream, while doing my research, that amphibians and reptiles are completely different things. It's kind of crazy, man, the type of shit you can find on google.com. Let me tell you guys, you would be stunned. You would be astonished. Whew. Yeah, man, they're not the same thing. It's crazy. What do you mean? I'm sorry. I love reptiles and amphibians equally, man. But this stream specifically is about reptiles. I would have to make a whole PowerPoint presentation just on amphibians. I might have accidentally put some amphibians in here. That's a big oopsie daisy on my part. What do you mean I research for once? I always fucking research. Hold on, let me put on my hat for this. I feel like it'd be more appropriate for this sort of stream. Huh? No, I don't hate frogs. Okay. Well, oopsie daisies aside, let me actually kick this off and show you guys my beautiful artwork. As you know, I'm a bit of a PowerPoint presentationer, you know? This is declassified information, so you don't have to worry about getting in trouble with anyone. We're gonna kick this off to a heck of an awesome start. Okay, let's see. What can I do here? And where's the button for this? Where's the button for this? Red is given 1.99 carrots to say go back to the primordial soup. Joke's on you, I'm not hungry today. Alright, kids. Just dust off your scales and get ready for one heck of a time. Looking at this stock scale pattern kind of reminds me of those one billboards you'd see while going on road trips of like those, you know, like those exotic reptile exhibits that nobody actually stopped to go check out, but you would always see the billboards for them. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I swear those things were everywhere, but I've never gone to like pet the giant reptiles that could just kill me. I will explain this to you guys. I feel like the world needs to know, you know, the world is prepared for this knowledge. It is my honor, it is my privilege, my yeah, I'm just happy to, I'm happy I could share this information with you. Be sure to tell your parents about this. Be sure to let everybody know. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your dog, tell your cat, tell your ex-wife. I don't know. I put a lot of work into this though. Well, like kind of, sort of. It's a little bit vague. Hopefully I have to remember what the transition button is for this. I don't want to fuck this up again. You live near Gatorland? Is that an actual thing? I kind of want to go there now. Your ex-wife filed a restraining order? Damn, that sucks. That could not be me. Alright. Here's a reptile. I already forgot how stupid this was. I'm sorry. I don't know how to make a socially acceptable PowerPoint. So, I got my PowerPoint ready, guys. We have reptile facts. That's cool, right? Damn. I definitely would have been shoved into a locker after this one. But, look, it's so cute. Because we have the fact that they can't maintain an internal body temperature. So that means if you have a reptile girl near you, gotta hold her and keep her warm through the winters and stuff. I think they hibernate, right? Don't they hibernate through the winter or some shit? And then they get thrown away by clueless parents? Or was that amphibians? No, I think that's reptiles. You know, it's just like, why is my turtle not moving anymore? And you just throw that shit in the trash. Probably shouldn't do that, though. I'm just saying. I think that's just like, I hear about that happening to people all the time, and I feel really bad about it. Oh. It's both. Who the fuck keeps a toad as a pet, though? I know people keep frogs as a pet, but I've never heard of anyone keeping a toad as a pet. I don't know if reptiles become stupider the colder they get. I didn't look that far into it. I only know what I know. What, you think you're the teacher now? You think you could just take over this lesson and, like, educate the class yourself? Well, if you want to be such a smartass, why don't you go up to the front of the classroom, huh? Why don't you tell them some cool reptile facts? You had a toad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. There's nothing wrong with that. You're fine the way you are. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh, also, reptiles don't sweat, so when you look up and see a snake and you're like, hey, buddy, don't sweat it. They're not gonna sweat it, because they can't sweat. And I just think that's kind of cool. It's like a universal fact. They're also old as fuck. Not as old as me, but like, well, actually, no, they're older than me. They're 350 million years old. I think that was when the first original reptilian creature began to sprout legs and crawl out of the soup. No, that's probably older. I honestly don't know much about the history of the world. Mostly just the Cambrian explosion, because I thought that was kind of cool when I was studying it. I don't know if you guys also had to learn about ancient world history. I'm not sure what them curriculums are like nowadays. Back when I was in school, though, you know, we had to learn about dinosaurs. Marquise is given 5 years. Hey, fun fact! If you have a desert tortoise in Nevada, you are called the warden of the tortoise, and technically their nanny. Also, we had a toad. Why did you have a toad as a pet? That's kind of weird, bro. I didn't know that, though. Who the fuck lives in that state? That's what's bothering me. Can snake girls not sweat? I don't think so. By this logic, no. Your ex-wife is also cold-blooded. I'm so sorry. It's okay, I have a slide for that. You'll see in a minute. Tortoises live a really long time. I think when I was studying that one, it said they live... Well, the longest tortoise lived about 189 years. That's really hard to imagine, right? But the ones at the zoo get really big. They're so massive, bro. Sweat bros can't catch a break. Like I said, just don't sweat it. You live in that state? Why the fuck do you live there? What's over there, dude? I've honestly never heard of anyone living there. That's like one of them states, like Massachusetts. Nobody lives in Massachusetts. Or New Hampshire. Also another desolate wasteland of a state. The more you know, though, right? Nakazuki is given 5 memberships. Thank you for your work in conscripting more beautifully loyal horse soldiers. By the way, you're all obligated to love reptilians now. Not like the lizard creatures that kind of like make a cameo in American politics sometimes. Allegedly. At least I vaguely remember hearing a lot about that as a kid. I'm not really sure what that was about, but that's beyond me. Anyway, welcome everybody to the Umarmy. PT starts at 0600. Do not be late. At all costs, do not be late. Oh, also, yes, like I said before, reptilian creatures are not amphibians. This is important. Please study this. This will be on the test. I have included a list of creatures that are, yeah, they're examples of reptiles. We have the snake on a stick, which you see them at zoos all the time. For some reason, they just coil around things like that. I really just wish one would coil around my arm and cut off the circulation, but I think that's more of a personal issue. Honestly, it just seems like a nice warm hug. Except they're cold, so maybe like a cold hug. You know, like when someone's holding you in your dying moments, and you're just like, damn, that's a snake right there. Because he backstabbed you. The fucker just backstabbed you. And that's how that happened. But that's okay. That's called a tourniquet. Okay, that does sound familiar when you put it that way. Just pretend it's a snake around your arm instead. That's a little more exciting, you know? A little more exhilarating. And then we have the flat fuck. I don't know if it's an alligator or a crocodile, though. I'm gonna have to figure this one out. But damn, is he a pancake. I kinda wanna pet him, though. But whenever I see flat animals, I just get the impulse to slap the shit out of it. I don't really know why. I feel the same about stingrays. I'm like, what sound would it make if I just slapped it? Oh, it's a gator? Wait, it's a croc? What? Okay, everyone's saying it's a crocodile. I'm fine with this, though. I'm fine with this. Skip him across the lake. Oh, the pointy face. But I think the image is also flattened, right? So you can't really tell. One sees you in a while, the other sees you later. Perfect. I like the way you guys think. We're all on the same page. As it says though, wow, neato. We got the hypnotoad. That's an amphibian, class. That's an amphibian. That's not a reptile. And then we have the Komodo dragon. That fucker needs some lotion. Nobody's gonna tell me otherwise. Sometimes you see lizards and stuff like that, right? And you just want to like rub them down with lotion. Because look at all the creases on their skin. Look how dry they look. How the fuck do you live while you're that dry? You're chapped, buddy. Just put on some fucking lotion. I'm sorry. No, he's fine the way he is. That's okay. Looks like a monitor lizard. I honestly don't know the difference. But Google told me this was a Komodo dragon. So unless Google's lying to me, then you're wrong. Okay, next slide. Scale's not skin, it's still just as bad, man. The moisture is gonna make it worse. I don't know. Oh, right, here, for you earlier. I have a cool reptile phrase, and I thought really hard about this one, you know? I really had to dig into the inner recesses of my brain. You know, flip over a couple rocks, you know, really just investigate, wipe off the dust. And this was the phrase I came up with. You cold-blooded bitch. Yeah, I couldn't come up with any other reptile phrases. Maybe I was just feeling uninspired. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how often this phrase is still used. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I thought so too. Why are you getting feral about that? It's a classic. Can you guys think of any other reptile phrases? Stay warm? Is that a reptile phrase? Huh. I'm just imagining like a lizard wrapped up in a little blanket now. You know, sometimes when I'm walking around, I just see those little guys scurrying across the pavement, and I really want to grab them, but I also don't know if you're supposed to just grab random critters. It's fucking with the wildlife, right? But they just look like they need to be held in like a vice grip. You just need to know. There's something about it. You can just look at them. You can see the fear in their eyes. And you kind of feel like an apex predator in those moments. You know, that's how the bigger dinosaurs must have felt when they were grabbing the littler ones. Although I don't think dinosaurs really grabbed much. I think they had tiny hands, right? Or they didn't really have hands at all. I'm not really sure right now. Huh? Oh, hello to you too. But yes, you cold-blooded bitch. Not you though. You guys are cool. He speaks with a forked tongue? Alright. Right, some reptiles can smell with their tongues. I don't really know how that worked, but honestly, maybe food tastes a lot better to them then. Oh, good evening to you too. Welcome to the stream. Let's go on to the next slide. I have so much more that I need to educate you guys on. Yeah, here, I told you, this is why I think you guys have a great line of thinking. We got the in a whiles versus the see you laters. It's a little bit of a turf war, but here are the important differences that you need to know between the two. I honestly forget about this all the time, so it's okay if you can't remember it either. We have the in a whiles, which is the crocodiles, versus the see you later alligators. And then we have this beautiful image of hippos. I think they're killing that crocodile. I don't know why anyone would be afraid of hippos though. I mean, just look at them. Unless they're outside of the base, then you should probably be afraid of hippos. But otherwise, I mean, they're kind of just majestic, aren't they? There's just something about them, those beady eyes. It's like no light behind them. Kind of soulless, actually. Yeah. I don't think they're monsters. I think you're being an asshole right now. But that's okay. We're gonna learn to be more accepting by the end of this stream. Oh, that reminds me. I would do a poll to see if you guys enjoy gators or crocodiles more, but it's kind of hard to do when I'm running the stream this way. So just type in chat which one you enjoy more. Give me like a show of hands. I'm curious. Yeah, but I guess crocodiles have like pointier snouts though. They got that V snout instead of that C snout. Gators? Why are there so many gator lovers? That reminds me, gators are supposed to taste good, right? Have any of you actually eaten gator before? Because I've like heard of this. From them Floridians mostly. I don't know if there's anywhere else in the US that gators tend to make a cameo. There might be though, other places in the South. Or maybe that's crocodiles, I really can't fucking tell. But one of them tastes delicious. I can imagine that they actually taste pretty similar. I mean, they don't look that different. Other than their snouts, I'm not sure what the difference between them is, honestly. Oh, they taste like chicken? Why does everything taste like chicken if it's some unknown meat? Huh. I hope horse meat doesn't taste like chicken. Please don't eat horse meat if you're part of the Umarmy. That's all I ask today. PowerPoint in 2023? What's wrong with that? It's how you pass along information. This is a classroom classic right here. No fat and lean. I think that makes sense when you put it that way. Let me drink water real quick. Feeling a little bit parched today. Ah, darn it. Alright, well, let's see what else we have on the lecture today. I honestly forgot the order I put these in, even though I just constructed this PowerPoint all of like a few minutes ago, because I didn't run through it. I didn't really prepare. Alright. That's what I put here. So, yeah, we got these guys. I can't seem to remember what they are for some reason, but according to my research, they sell car insurance. I think that's pretty neat. Honestly, I wish I could teach a pet to do something like that. A lot of my pets as a kid, a lot of them they didn't self-cannibalize, but they ate their brothers and sisters sharing a cage with them. That actually happened when I had fish too. I'm starting to think I should only have one pet at a time. But I don't know why they all killed each other. It's really weird to think about in hindsight. What leads an animal to just start eating the others around it? Like, it happened with rabbits. It happened with fish. It didn't happen. Okay, a couple other animals didn't eat each other. I can think of a couple off the top of my head that didn't kill each other. So we're fine there. I'm not a bad pet owner. That's all you guys gotta know. Stress due to lack of resources. Well, I'll be damned. I might have forgotten to feed them. It happens with hamsters too. I don't think I'd be ready for that. Territorial? That might have been the case with the fish, though. Because I think they were beta fish. And one of them had to establish the alpha. That's how that works, right? Because there's only one alpha. That's what that's how it is with wolves, too. There can only be one. I don't know. I don't like reflecting on the massacre of my animals. It's why I'm kind of detached when people talk about animals dying. I'm like, damn, that kind of sucks. First time? No, it shouldn't be that way, though. Be sure to cherish your family pets, guys. That is how it is with wolves, though, because wolf packs have the alphas. There's one alpha for every pack. I know this. Or at least I think I know this. There's a lot of games with wolves around it, though. Maybe if I play one eventually, I'll be able to tell. I feel like I have to do that now. Like, I have to do that to become the alpha. But this is a reptile stream, damn it. No, that's a gecko. It is a gecko, because only geckos sell car insurance. That's what social media taught me. Rule 47, no werewolves. That's right. In the Umarmy, we do not accept werewolves around here. Or vampires, actually. Alright, I forgot. So apparently reptiles are not very closely related to dinosaurs. Or at least that's what Google said. I think they're more close, well, dinosaurs, they're more related to birds. Because most dinosaurs are speculated to be feathered creatures. Which is weird because all the modern depictions of dinosaurs feature them having a shit ton of scales. And being really green. But I also don't know because I was getting conflicting results about this one, so I'm not sure whether or not they're closely related to dinosaurs. Maybe you guys might know more about that. Yes, dinosaur nuggets. I almost got a dinosaur nugget tattoo this year, but I decided against it. That was the closest I've ever gotten to getting a tattoo, though. So as you can see, I'm pretty passionate about dinosaurs. And reptiles. I feel so brain dead today. Maybe that's the perfect time to give a PowerPoint like this, though. What do you mean, do it? I was gonna get one on my arm. I feel like I wouldn't be able to explain that to my leadership very well. They'd be like, why? And I just be like, I don't know, just cuz. And then they'd probably realize it's a bad idea to give me a paycheck of any kind, honestly. Full speed on Dino Nuggies? I'm kind of curious as to why the popularity of Dino Nuggies has died out. They used to be really big back in my day. You know, like way back when. I hope you all were able to eat dinosaur nuggets at least once in your lifetime. I don't think they're expecting dinosaur nuggets, no. But yes, as I was saying, I don't think reptiles and dinosaurs are that closely related, but I do think there is some correlation between them. I'm not really sure when... I don't know, I wish I had done a bit more research about this, because I am fascinated about this type of thing. I know, they're great, I know. What's your guys' favorite dinosaurs? I like the long-necked motherfucker. It starts with a B. I can spell it, but I can't pronounce it for the life of me. It might just be because they remind me of giraffes, though, but... man, dinosaurs are fucking awesome. Yeah, that one! That one. No, it's Velociraptor? Brachiosaurus? Oh. Oh. The Brontosaurus? No, I think that's that sounds more like that type of, like that really sick cough that people get. That's what the fuck is that called again? I don't remember what that's called. Bronchitis, yeah, okay. It's fucking stupid, dude. I don't know what's going on today. Aren't most dinos distantly related to birds, or is that a misconception? No, apparently that's true. Apparently that's true. Alrighty. Wasn't the Brontosaurus a lie that some scientists just put together a bunch of random bones together? Well, I mean, I heard similar about horses, but you guys still believe in them, so it's okay. That's okay. Let's see, what else do I got here prepared for you guys? Alright, this is a turtle skeleton. I actually saw this just the other day. I'm not really sure why they have so much space in there, But turtles have like meat to them too, right? It's not just a bunch of empty space. So I'm not really sure what happens inside of a turtle shell. But they're reptiles too, and apparently the turtle meat tastes pretty good. Like turtle soup is pretty delicious. Is that a Breaking Bad reference? What do you mean? No. Well, I was gonna put a pipe bomb in there originally when I saw how hollow the turtle shell was, but then I realized that Googling pipe bomb probably was not a good idea. Now, I'm not sure, but I feel like it's better to err on the side of caution. So I decided not to Google pipe bomb. I decided to Google Minecraft TNT instead. So you guys get Minecraft TNT. Yeah. He's got a bomb? Yeah, he does. You never know when the turtle that's waddling towards you slowly is just gonna blow up. But I kind of heard that turtles have the same effect as NPCs, where when you're not looking at them, they're suddenly a lot closer to you. So they're like one of them animals that just kind of teleport a little bit. Freedom sticks? No. I don't think you should cook turtles, but it's kind of interesting how they have like that thing in the front, like there's a bone just to prop up the weight of their shell. I am calling turtles NPCs, yes, they kind of are, they have that vibe to them. They're really slow, I mean, you put them over on their back and what the fuck are they gonna do? You're just putting them in timeout. What the fuck is the turtle gonna do then, huh? They can't flip themselves back over. This isn't Mario. Turtles are tasty? Why does it feel like you guys are willing to eat any other creature out there other than the ones you're supposed to eat? Like, instead of saying, oh, I just had a nice chicken dinner, you're like, yeah, I just ate a fucking mongoose. It's pretty nice. A little bit gamey, but you know, had a nice texture to it. I don't know how to feel about this, but I guess it's good you guys are getting your protein in. Better than you guys being a bunch of vegans. Not that there's anything wrong with being a vegan, but nutrients, animals provide a lot of nutrients. Yes, nature provides. Nature provides. Mongoose. No, please don't eat a mongoose. Don't eat a horse either! I have standards that I give you guys. I have rules. I don't ask much of you, but you still want to step on my toes. And I only have 4 toes to be stepped on, so don't do that. I remembered this while I was researching too. Funny thing about chameleons, apparently they don't really know why they change color. There's like speculation on it that it might be related to temperature or mood or stress or environment. Also, their eyes kind of look like fucked up camera lenses, so make of that with what you will. It's alright. It's ring. I've never actually seen this movie before. Johnny Depp. I don't think this is how Johnny Depp looks. I think originally in this background there was a wad of tumbleweed. It does look like a tumbleweed sort of environment. Sometimes they communicate with colors. Do they? I think I remember cartoons like that where you like stack 3 of them on top of each other and they're used as like stoplights. Yeah, I haven't seen much of them childhood movies. One legend to another? But you're a frog. You're not even a reptile. Today isn't about you. Aw, Rango is a fun movie. I was like the type of people who told me to watch Open Season. But wasn't Open Season like a really fucking weird movie? Like if you watched it as an adult, you'd probably go like, why? Right? And then you think about the fact that parents had to take their kids to see this shit. So that's actually hard to imagine. But maybe it's fun just to see your kid happy. I don't know. Open Season was garbage. I'm just thinking about popular movies from back then. I'm sure a couple of them had iconic reptiles. I can't really remember them though. I'm just drawing a lot of blanks today. Maybe you have a skill issue? I think this was about all I prepared for my PowerPoint. That is a skill issue. Alright, I forgot about this one too. Yeah. Yeah, it's not the best PowerPoint ever, but it's a little bit of nod and appreciation of reptiles just in general. Over the hedge? I remember Over the Hedge. There's no corn snake here. It says very clearly what these are. in font that's really hard to it's hard to read it, but I felt like I had to make it that color. How do you make something move in PowerPoint? I only use Google Slides when I'm making PowerPoints. I don't actually use the proper software for it. I just feel like it's a lot easier to slap them together because you can just use links and drag and drop images, and yeah, it's pretty nice. These are the danger noodles though. They're so fucking cute. I'm sorry. Okay, so I know during my I think it was my insect appreciation training. I don't know. It might have just been bug. But I said that I love stag beetles, which is true. But I guess probably the reptile equivalent of my stag beetle love would be snakes. Because they're really cute. I know horses and snakes aren't supposed to get along, but look at they come in so many different colors, and they're just like they're just little guys, and they coil around things, and they're What do you mean stag beetles are lame? What the fuck? Why would you say that? You know what? It's okay to be wrong. I forgive you. That's no problem. Jake Red 4 has announced I'll have 5 Whoppers and 5 more Whoppers. If that's a reference, it completely went over my head, buddy. But I needed to give him a crown, and this was the only crown I could think to give him. Because you know when they say every king needs their crown, right? I think they mean the Burger King crown. It's a bit of a throwback. I don't actually know anyone who still eats at Burger King, though. Snakes are cute. They are. They are. You just want to pet them. They're always wiggling around. They hide in rocks and stuff. Damn, that just reminds me. When I went to California earlier this year, I went inside one of those really small pet stores, but it was like specifically a reptile store. And I was just looking at all the snakes behind the glass cases, and most of them were curled up around branches, or they were resting inside puddles, or they were inside rocks. And the store, you know those stores, they have really weird smells of them, but you don't even care because you're just so mesmerized by the reptiles. And they always have like the albino ones back there too. There's like albino snakes, and those are kind of cool, but also corn snakes. And then I think as a kid I had a 2-headed snake. Although I don't know how it had 2 heads. I think it was a weird genetic mutation and it died shortly after. But it was fascinating. It was really fascinating. So that's why I like snakes so much. There's just something about them, bro. There's just something about them. Hello to you too. Yes, 2-headed snakes are possible. They do exist. They're just very rare and they die quickly. Because you can't really you can't share a body with another snake. You know, it's one noodle with like 2 splits. It doesn't make sense. Medusa? Maybe it was a little bit of a Medusa. I don't know. I'm a weird cat? What the fuck is weird about me? What's weird about me? Give me a pet that doesn't pass away easily. We can make a pet rock together. Would you guys like to do that? Would you like to make a pet rock with me? I can just keep it around forever. That way I won't get lonely. It can just chill out on my desk. I think that'd be fun. That'd be a nice time. I don't even have to remember to feed or water it. Yeah. I can put googly eyes on it. I have a bag of googly eyes just chilling out of my room, you know, in case you ever need googly eyes. Toads are sturdy pets. I feel like I would still manage to kill one. I don't think I can really have pets like that in my room anyways. Like, the barracks restrictions are pretty bad when it comes to pets. Unless you want to be one of those crazy motherfuckers who tries to, like, have a cat live in their closet or some shit, but I don't really have the willpower to do that sort of thing. I'm not sure if I'd be willing to risk it all. Your pet rock killed a peacock. That's kind of fucked up. Don't put it like that. Ducks in the closet? I feel like I saw a news article about something like that. Ducks in the closet. Okay, so that's an actual thing. How the fuck do you manage to sneak ducks into your closet? Are they like emotional support ducks? Does he just go in after work and like pet his ducks? Oh man, gotta make sure the little guys are happy in here. Just feed them pieces of bread or something, I don't fucking know. The best I can do for you guys is a pet rock. Best I can do. But yeah, this is the sort of spaghetti that'll actually just kill you. You got the coral snake, and you got the non-coral snake, which I think is called a king snake? Scarlet king snake? Something like that. I think their geographical locations might be a little bit different, but you know, we in the US like to roam around all crazy. So you might think you see one, but it's actually the other kind. But you know, a good rule of thumb there is to probably not just, you know, pick up random snakes unless you're sure that they're safe. But they also tend to get away from you really quickly anyway, so. Yeah, coral snake, it has yellow touching black, which is apparently a sign of danger. If you didn't know from bumblebees, then you know now. And then we have the other snake, which is just a really red fella, who's not dangerous at all. And apparently venomous snakes are one of the deadliest animals in the US or some shit like that. I want to say they might be the deadliest animal in the world. I know mosquitoes are the leading killer. I think snakes are number 2. Wait, no, humans might be in the number 2 position. But snakes are definitely up there, so yeah. And in case you guys don't know, venom is injected, and then poison is to touch. I believe that is the saying. Had to argue about this last time when I did my fucking bug stream. You guys just don't take my word for this shit. Jack of all trades and all that. Yeah, I guess mosquitoes have a lot of diseases. I kind of wonder why it is when a mosquito bites you, your skin gets that little bump on it, but I meant to Google it the last time a mosquito fucked up my hand by biting me. Well, I say fucked it up, but it just left a little lump there. I wasn't sure. I don't know. It's a weird thing to be curious about. Mixed with animal blood? Oh. That makes sense then. So your body just doesn't like it. Okay. Poison is ingested. That makes sense. So, but ingesting it, if you ingest something, you can also do it by like touching the surface, right? Because it's absorbed through your skin. So, yeah, I think venom can literally only be injected. Like something has to be put it in. Like it's like if a snake bites you, it's venomous. But if you're touching a snake and it somehow has poisonous scales, then that's poisonous. Simple as. Contact poisons, like poison dart frog? They say that the coloration of a frog is what makes it so dangerous, right? Like if it's brightly colored, then it's dangerous. I wonder how true that is, though. Because there are a lot of safe frogs around the US that are just a bright-ass green color. But even though they're a bright color, technically they're still safe. Or maybe I just go around touching frogs because I don't really care. They just look so rubbery and smooth. It's just, you want to pet a frog if you see it, you know? But I also pet a toad the other day too, so. Frogs are only dangerous if they eat certain things? I see. That's good to know, at least. Yeah, I think that actually was the end of the presentation. Like I said, I didn't prepare much because there's a lot going on, but I didn't want to cancel the presentation either. So I figured we could mostly just talk about our love of reptiles. It's a beautiful thing. Nature is just a beautiful thing. I'm kind of crazy about animals in general, though. Like, I'm the type of woman who just likes to sit down and watch nature documentaries with people. Hopefully, eventually I can watch nature documentaries. That's all I get. It's been so long! It's better than sitting around watching alien documentaries, though. You can build an immunity to venom? Wasn't that just your body building up defenses over time? Yes, it is on a scale. It is. This may have been short-lived, but I'm glad that you guys appreciate reptiles as much as I do. Ocean documentaries? That's interesting, actually. Maybe eventually I'll be able to make, not a document, a PowerPoint for sea life. I actually learned, the one weird pink creature thing, the axolotl, whatever the fuck that thing is. I think that's also a reptile as well. I'm pretty sure it is. At least that's what Google said. Yeah, the axe bottles. Axe body sprays? No. Nothing like that. Now you're in on this. Give him 5K. Says they forgot to join the Discord animal channel. Spotted. Gek posting initiated. Please post pictures of your favorite reptiles in the animal channel. I would absolutely appreciate that. Just cause looking at them makes me happy. I don't think it's a fish, no. It might actually be an amphibian. Because I think anything associated with the water is amphibious, right? Like, let me think. Because they lay their eggs in the sand. And then... Oh, okay, so they are amphibians, yeah. And then reptiles are sea, not sea. Reptiles are land, amphibians are sea. People can be amphibious too, though. Don't let your dreams just be dreams. You can be an amphibian too. Unless you're like me and you just don't know how to swim. That's a skill issue, though. That's irrelevant. Someone posted a snake. Going to the deli and ordering gator bologna. Why? Why would you do that? There are some restaurants, though, that offer gator meat, though. I do remember that much. It's considered exotic, though. Are horses amphibians? I think seahorses might be. No, probably not. Swimming is fun? I'm sure it is, yes. I don't know. Just thinking about reptiles, though. This was a fun PowerPoint to make. And I really do appreciate reptiles, especially these guys here. These are probably my favorite. That and the creatures that scurry across on the pavement that I can never seem to catch. But I try not to fuck with the wildlife too much, or I feel like the wildlife is gonna fuck with me back one of these days. They're really cute, though. I might like bugs a little bit more, but I still do have a special place in my heart for reptiles. I mostly just can't catch any of these guys. So, you know. You like the pancake crocs? I do too. I bet you don't even own a pair of crocs, though, you fucking phony. What do you mean, no, you? Kelpie? Oh yeah, that's the vampiric horse creature, right? Maybe I should be one of these days for Halloween. Yeah, maybe one of these days. I noticed the ones, yeah, I don't know, there's just a lot of really fast reptiles that run around. I can't talk about reptiles in my area, unfortunately. I almost did so just out of, like, habit, but I used to live in a place that had, turtles with striped shells. Those were pretty cool. Those were pretty neat. But I don't even know which parts of the US have turtles naturally, to be honest. Hey, Wax Eagle Eye has announced I can hear Run Through the Jungle by CCR already. Man, nature go crazy. Vampiric horse creature, yes, that's a thing. That's absolutely a thing. When I was a kid, though, aside from fucking with the wildlife... No, actually, that's most of what I did as a kid. Because I used to go out and just grab random toads and, like, bring them into the house and show my mom. And surprisingly, she was okay with that. Thinking about it now, if I was a parent, I don't know if I'd be okay with my kid walking into the house with a toad, but I kind of just, like, walked around and was petting the little guy. I just thought they were so cute. They were just so cute. I did that with turtles, too, but... I mean, those guys always go into their shells. But you just look at them and you're like, oh. Just so fun to pet, and they can't hurt you, so it's kind of nice. But when you live in a place that has a lot of toads, you tend to end up with a lot of tadpoles, too. A lot of tadpoles everywhere. This is great. This is a great time. You liked finding frogs outside as a kid? I mean, it's just half the fun, just going out and playing outside. And these kids nowadays, they don't understand what it's like. Just go and admire the random creatures. I'm sorry, man. I'm much more reluctant to mess with creatures now. I feel like maybe I've become nicer than I once was. Whereas before, I just didn't really have any regard. I wasn't, like, throwing them or anything. But I just have, like, vague memories of, like, huddling up in a storm shelter and looking over to the dehydrated corpse of a toad. Just, like, curled up on the ground, kind of, like, pancaked. Yeah, now that I think about it, I really did have a lot of dead animals in my childhood. That's okay, though. The living toads were cute, at least. Have I seen toads with eggs on their back? I can't say I have. Would I throw a viper? No. I kind of want to go to a zoo now and just look at animals again. I haven't really gotten to enjoy the zoo at all. I'm sorry if I'm saying concerning things. It's not my intention. I'm just reminiscing. Did I put the dead animals there? No, I did not kill animals as a kid. I didn't. They just kind of died on their own. And then I witnessed it and I was like, oh. But it's not really sad if you get used to it, you know? when you get desensitized to shit as a kid, it kind of sticks with you a lot better than it does as an adult, I think. But then you have a weird perception of, like, whether or not something should be normal. And then people tell you later on, no, that wasn't normal, Tomoe, and you're like, fuck. That's unfortunate. Yes, I had a pretty good understanding of death as a kid. But only once I was like 10. I didn't get it when I was like 7 and 8, don't worry. I was a normal kid, for the most part. Or at least my definition of normal. Apparently you guys have other things to say about that, but it's fine. I'm not gonna talk to chat about my childhood, no. That's irrelevant. I'm old now. I'm 122. I'm a different woman than I used to be. Things dying is normal, but people develop sentimental attachments to things that just kind of have to die in time. But I was also the type of kid to name an animal even if I knew it was gonna die. So, you know, to each their own. I get over that shit, but that's just because I'm used to it. Normal, yes. Okay, let me go back here. You guys just don't get it. You just don't get it. I promise I'm not a serial killer, though, if that's what you're worried about. Would you give a roadkill animal a get-well-soon balloon? That actually reminds me, when I was a teenager, I used to get taken out on these wildlife trips a lot. You know, I used to go hiking. That was fun. But what I would do when I go hiking, instead of taking pictures of, like, the flowers, I would look for pictures of... I would try to take pictures of dead animals, because I thought they were more fascinating. Because it's not really something you see normally, right? Like, if you Google it, sure, maybe you'll see it. But just seeing a dead animal that's been sitting there for a while, it was like a morbid sort of curiosity. So, I have a dead animal folder somewhere in my Google Photos. I don't really look back at it, but it's like if you walk by a road one day and there's like a dead deer in the middle of it. It's not psychotic. It was just, it's so interesting. It's not like there's a lot of blood and gore or anything. Usually nature kind of like self-censors that shit with like fur and stuff. AWACS Eagle Eye is given 2 years to say this is less normal than my autistic normal. What do you mean? It's not that bad. I was a kid. I was just a kid. I don't do that as an adult anymore. It looks like that deer looks like an album cover. Maybe it is morbid curiosity, yes. But look, when you're in the middle of a fucking beach, right, and there's nothing but like sand and rocks everywhere, and then you see like a half decomposed seagull, you're gonna say, whoa, that's fucking neat too, right? It's not weird if you look at it like that. It's not weird. They're not dead, they just had a wild night. You're right, bro, they're gonna respawn, they're just taking a minute. Their corpse kind of glitched out a little bit. They'll be fine. I'm starting to think maybe I have a couple more problems than I anticipated, but you know. I was a weird kid, but I'm a normal adult now. You guys see that in the day-to-day at least. Look at the insides of that thingy. It's not like there were bugs crawling out of it or anything. I mean, sometimes there were flies around it, but usually it wasn't that bad. And I didn't touch it. I never touched the corpse, okay? I never messed with it, so it's okay. Well, before I confess any more of my horrible problems, I should probably just end this stream now. I've never felt so judged before. I thought this was an accepting environment. But again, I will reiterate, I never hurt any animals or did anything. I was just curious about things in the environment that weren't typically there, and I thought they were kind of interesting. That's about it. I didn't think, oh man, I'm gonna go catch the neighbor's cat and just start cutting it open or something. No, I didn't do anything like that. It's not that crazy. It's nothing that wild. Why are you making me explain myself? Damn it. It's not that bad. Although my mom did think it was kind of weird, but that's, you know, she wasn't too worried about me, so I'm sure it was completely healthy. You guys just have to get used to it. You gotta toughen up, okay? That's how you get some dirt on your elbows, or whatever that saying is. I'm not digging the hole deeper, no. Want to see a dead body? It builds character, you know? You gotta get used to it eventually. For animals, at least. Fuck, okay, yeah, I'm in the stream. I don't want to be here anymore. I can't do this anymore. It's not like... It's not what you think. So reptiles are cool, right? Let's just, yeah. Reptiles are great. I love reptiles. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There's... Okay. I'll see you guys later. You have a good day, everybody. Remember to stay hydrated and make good decisions. Thank you guys for coming to another PowerPoint. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Yes. Bye bye.